Hi, thank you for listening to Dad Chat, the channel where I like to play World of Warcraft and talk about parenting related issues. Today I want to talk about eating. My 3-year-old child hardly eats anything, and I am not that concerned about it. I want to know, does your toddler or young child eat? Are they incredibly picky? If they don't eat, at what age did they stop basically not eating, and what age did they pick up eating again? So, my 3-year-old child, when she was young, I want to say around 2 years old, she was eating pouches and purees and Ritz crackers. That girl could finish an entire box of Ritz crackers. It got to the point where she was so fixated and so obsessed with Ritz crackers that we had to hide them. We had to take them away from her because all she wanted to do all day was eat these Ritz crackers. And we took it away and kind of feeling bad about that now. But two, she was eating a lot. And when I say she was eating a lot of pouches, like fruit pouches, it was probably 6, 7 fruit pouches a day. I couldn't go to the store and buy them fast enough. She was eating them all the time. Purees, she was gobbling them up. I had an entire pantry of purees and fruit pouches because I knew that we were just gonna just plow through them. And then when she got to like 2.5 years old, it all completely stopped. She became the most picky eater in the history of the entire world. Now, I will say she goes to daycare 2 days a week. We do daycare so I can get other stuff done around the house, like like yard work and going to the store and whatever needs to be done. I have 2 days without two kids where I can just get everything done. And she does eat at daycare. I think a lot of that is social pressure. I think she sees the kids around her eating and she eats so that she can be part of the crowd, or maybe she just feels more comfortable eating around other children. I don't know. We get daily reports every day, and all the daily reports say that she eats everything that's put in front of her. So, unless they're lying on the daily reports, she eats at daycare, but not at home. I also think another reason for this is at home she knows that she basically has an endless supply of milk. Now, my wife decided that we were going to feed our child soy milk, so that's what we feed her. I don't know the nutritional reasons for not doing 2% milk or whatever. I'm not against soy milk. She loves it. It's fine. I just don't specifically know why we chose soy milk, but she will go through a gallon of soy milk a day. I mean, now that's the new thing that I can't keep enough of in the fridge. And now my 1-year-old is also drinking it as well. But she just plows through the soy milk all day. And I know at daycare, she doesn't have that option. We bring her like two bottles of milk, um, or 2 cups of milk, or whatever you want to call it, 2 thermos of milk, and that's all she has for the whole day. So she has to eat because she doesn't have all that milk at daycare. That led us to the idea of, well, we can tell her that she has to eat her food first before she gets any more milk. Um, that ended up being an absolute complete disaster. What she does is she'll tell me that she wants, like, I want a banana, I want toast, I want chicken nuggets, or something like that. And then I'll make it for her. And then once I make it for her, she says, I don't want that. I don't want it anymore. So my wife and I made this choice that we were going to tell her, okay, well, you have to eat your chicken nuggets, or you have to eat your toast, or you have to eat your banana before you get more milk. And that was going to encourage her to eat. But all it did was make her not eat or drink the milk and absolutely get nothing for a long period of time because she just did not want the food. And it didn't matter if we tried to trick her into eating it or we tried to give her ultimatums where she has to eat the food before she gets this or eats the food before she gets that. She didn't want it and she wasn't going to eat it. And it's just, she wasn't falling for that. And she just decided that she was going to give up and she wasn't going to drink the milk and she wasn't going to eat the food because she didn't want the food. Um, so eventually we gave in and we stopped doing that. I'm not a huge fan of trying to force a kid or anyone to eat any food that they don't want. When I was a kid, I went to my aunt and uncle's house um, in Palm Springs, and they lived on a golf course. It was very nice, very picturesque, and they had blueberry waffles for breakfast. And they would sit you at the table, and you would have to eat everything on your plate before you could go play, before you could do anything. And they were retired, so they could just sit there and watch you and wait for you to eat everything. And I absolutely hated blueberries. And I told them I was probably 10 or 11, maybe 12 at the time. I was older than my daughter, but I told them that I hated blueberries. I didn't want to eat these blueberry waffles. Please give me something different or just let me not eat. But I was forced to eat them. I didn't want them. I was forced to eat them. And my whole life, like, I didn't like blueberries before, but now I have this food aversion to blueberries. I hate it. I can't look at it. I don't want to look at it because I just go back to when I was young in Palm Desert, being forced to eat these blueberry waffles. And that is not something that I want for my daughter. I don't want her to hate food because she was forced to eat it. And I don't want her to hate me because I forced her to eat this food that she didn't want. So basically, just made this choice, made this decision that we are going to make the food that she asks for when she asks for it. And if she eats it, she eats it. If she doesn't, she doesn't. And we just kind of go from there. Um, I'm assuming one day she will stop drinking a gallon of milk and my refrigerator will just be full of milk like it was those pouches and those purees. But it's just really difficult. It's hard to watch my daughter not eat because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm failing as a parent. At first, I just thought I wasn't offering her enough food or enough variety. So now when I eat, I offer her food too. It's hard to not feel that I'm failing. Um, but I am offering her and I'm asking her if she wants it and I'm trying to encourage her to eat the food. But it's hard not to feel like a failure when your child's not consuming any food. I feel super guilty about it. I have heard that up until the age of 4, it's sort of common for a child to not really eat or to be picky about food. I just didn't realize it was going to be this extreme and at this level. I thought that um, I don't want to get too complacent in saying, oh, well, this is normal, and then it turn into a situation that's not normal because she's not eating enough. She does eat at daycare. Like I said, she does drink a lot of milk. She's at a healthy age. Every time we take her to the doctor, they take her weight, they take her height. She's always like on that chart right where she needs to be. So it doesn't seem like it's detrimental to her in any way. She's still full of energy. She's still vibrant. She's still very good in daycare and at school. She's smart as a tack, or sharp as a tack. I think it's sharp as a tack. So it doesn't seem like it's impairing her in any way or that it's detrimental to her in any way. I just can't get her interested in food. And it's getting to a point where I don't have any food in the cabinets for her that she will eat. She loves raisins, so I keep raisins there. But there'll be times where she just comes up with this food that she wants that we used to have that I stopped buying because we don't use it. And I feel even worse because she asked for this food that we used to have and now we don't have it anymore because I stopped buying it. And I have to explain to her, well, we don't have that anymore, but I can buy you some and you can have it next time. And the next time she doesn't want it. So it's a very difficult road to travel down. It's hard not to feel guilty. It's hard not to beat myself up. I do find solace in the fact that she is eating or drinking milk and that she's getting nutrients from that, though I think there's a lot of sugar in milk. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm not exactly sure how healthy it is for her to always have just milk. But like I said, everything, even when we take her to the dentist, she has no cavities. Everything seems to be working out fine. So, what are some stories that you guys have? Are you having the same issue with children where they just refuse to eat or they won't eat? We even go to parties. I know I said that when we go to daycare, she eats because I think there's social pressure with her eating, but we go to parties like kids' birthday parties where they're eating pizza and chocolate cake, and she wants none of it. A lot of that I think is just because they're usually in indoor play areas, and she's more fixated on playing and having fun and doing like trampolines and going down slides and stuff like that than she is eating. So she wants to go back into the fray and play on all the slides and play on all the different things that they have, and she doesn't focus on eating. So I think that maybe that's an issue as well. But I see a lot of other kids around her that are similar age to her, and they don't seem to have the similar problem. um, so I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Do I just wait until she turns 4 years old, where you're supposed to age out of this, and hope that she eats more? She's 3 years and 2 months now, so we still have a long ways to go before she's 4. Um, like I said, I don't like the idea of forcing her or bargaining with her or trying to coerce her into eating, because it just doesn't work. And I'm worried that she's just going to have food aversions to the food that we're trying to make her eat. So I'm kind of in this place where I'm just letting her tell me what she wants, and then she either eats it or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, I will have to find a way to finish it, and just having her eat milk. So let me know your stories. Let me know if I'm completely insane and this isn't normal, or if this is something that you've experienced as well with your children. Thank you. Hope you join me for my next video.